I heard a great clip by Gary Vee the other day, and I loved it. And somebody asked him the question, okay, so if you're talking about how to start a company, how do you instill speed? Like how do you get things done and quickly and so on? I don't know if you saw this clip, but he goes, speed's the devil. Speed's the devil, right? And he went off on this topic that it's not about quick. Mm-hmm. And I see so many people that expect instantaneous. I talk about having impatience with execution, but patience with results. So you got to be really, really impatient with executing and working, but then you have to be super patient with results.
So how do you convince people? How do we convince entrepreneurs that are coming, after you and next generation that speed is the devil? Like, why is that? So if you go into that and so, yeah, Gary Vee does a great job, I think, of speaking. There's a lot of people that want to be entrepreneurs, but also he speaks to people that have already done it, that are even his age, and you're like, yep, that's it. And so why is that? Why is speed the devil? What have you learned about that?
Well, the way I articulate speed's the devil is that if you aren't ready to commit 100% to this new enterprise for 3, 5, 7, 10 years, don't start. I tell my prospective franchisees that anytime I can. It's a long game. And anybody that I know, I mean, of course, there's the unicorns out there, right? Yeah. But that's like winning the lottery. Yeah. Go play the lottery. Don't
if you're counting on that, that is the exception to the rule.
Right. Yeah. If you're looking for a 20, 30, 50, 70, $100 million exit in 3 years, like that's a unicorn. And again, I'd go play the lottery. So what we focused on was every single day for 15, 17, 20 years, selling one more cup of coffee tomorrow than we did today. And by the way, Mark, this past Saturday, we had our first $1 million day.
Congrats, man. How good's that feel?
I don't talk about money that much. No. I'm happy to. I don't really give a shit. But like to cross $1 million in a day
that's a marker, massive. Right? These are substantial moments that you can look back and you can kind of take your own inventory, right?
Yep.
And
we had $1 million.
We earned this.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I just saw the report. I actually saw the report this morning. And I looked down and I looked at it and I was like, we did $1 million, $1,013,000.
And what's going to be wild? When's the day going to happen? So this took you guys 25, 26 years to have that day?
Yeah.
How long will it be until you have a $2 million day? 3 to 5 years?
We're growing at 24.5% this year, and it's accelerating. So yeah, probably within 3 years.
Isn't that? And it happened overnight, right?
Yeah, right. 25 years, man. I'm telling you, it is like, and just so many just moments of like exhaustion and throughout those 25 years. But you if you aren't prepared for that, and again, speed kills, right? If you are in a hurry, if you aren't willing to sit, this is going to sound so odd to probably many entrepreneurs, but if you aren't willing to sit quietly and listen to what's going on in your world and understand what's going on in your world, and then make minor adjustments, I talk about innovation. Innovation doesn't happen in these big grand strokes. Innovation is very incremental, right? You make very small adjustments. You pay attention. How do they impact whatever it is you're working on? And then you analyze it again, and then you make small adjustments. And that takes a degree of patience that's extraordinary.
Do you think that you touched on this idea of that you focused, and this patience is, hey, let me just sell one more cup of coffee the next day than we sold today? Do you think, in a macro idea, do you think you can break almost every business down to something that simple?
Absolutely. You have to, in my opinion.